Okay, it may sound weird when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because the number one reason you're feeling stuck and demotivated in taking action in your life is because you're following too much advice. That's right. You see all these videos coming up for you. You see all these different books and principles and productivity systems that you can follow, and all these various ideas that have now clouded your thinking, because of which, even though you have some very big goals in life, you're confused. Which system should I follow? Which productivity app do I need right now? How do I build discipline? And all these thoughts are just ideas in your head where you know everything about self improvement, but the actions are next to zero. And I'm someone who likes to believe in action. So even though I could have easily made another video for you right now today on how do you take action and all those things and all those steps that you've probably heard of before, I'm not going to do that today, because it's not that you don't lack the information. You have all the information. What you lack is the wisdom and the understanding of how to start implementing that information in your life so you can start achieving the result. It's like you want to do one thing, you have 1,000 different ways of doing it, and instead of spending your time in doing it, you're spending your time in picking which of the 1,000 things you have to do, and that's just wasting your life and wasting your years away. So are you ready to finally understand a system and a way of thinking that's going to allow you to become a massive action taker? And I'm warning you already, it's way simpler and way easier than you think. Let's dive into it. A few years ago, I felt stuck exactly like you are feeling stuck right now. I had all these fancy productivity apps on my laptop and my phone. I made some very detailed schedules of what I should do, how I should do, all the plans for my goals. And even though it's like a relic of the past for me now, if I still log into those apps and log into those platforms, I'm gonna see so many plans I wrote that never made it to reality. And the reason was, I figured out a big problem in my actions and in my life. And that was that even though I was planning all of these things, even though I had all these beautiful ideas inside my head, I was spending more time in managing the systems that would make me productive rather than just being productive. It was a reverse cycle altogether. Earlier, let's say, if I would have been wasting my time scrolling on YouTube or Instagram, now I was wasting my time managing my productivity system, because at the end of the day, I still wasn't getting anything productive done. And that's when 90% of us get this whole game wrong. We think we just need to push ourselves over the edge. We think we just need a better system, a better approach, but that's not true. What we need is a better mindset, because once you have that, you're going to be able to scale and you're going to be able to take action in any area of your life in any way that you want, even without any of the tools or any of the fancy tools. And the reason I say that is because I like to study success. I like to understand the principles of people who've made it big. And it's not just the people who are posting on Instagram saying, look, I started these many years ago, then I became a CEO and this and that and that whole fancy story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about success that lasts, success that leaves a legacy, success that makes a mark. And I know ultimately that's the success you want to get to. And the best way for me to study that success has been by reading biographies and autobiographies. As you can see from the bookshelf behind me, you've seen it in my other videos as well. I love to read books. In that as well, biographies and autobiographies are my favorite. Why? Because they're testaments to how much human beings can really achieve, and they really go into the depths of the thinking of the person who made it big. And one of the persons who always inspires me is Pullela Gopichand. For those of you who don't know, he's one of the best badminton players and Olympians India has ever produced. He makes our country proud. He played championships on the next level, and then he became the coach for some of the most iconic badminton players of our country. If there was someone who had success as a legacy defined, Pullela Gopichand would be that person. Now, if you look at his life, right, and if you read his biography, you will understand a very important truth. For him, discipline is a way of life. Even when he was a young 10-year-old kid and the other kids were supposed to come at the badminton ground for practice at 6 a.m., he would be there at 5 a.m. He would prepare, he would run, he would warm up. So while others were still getting out of their slumber and trying to come to the ground and get ready, he was all ready to fire up. He had already done the preparation and that put him 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And no one was forcing him to do it. There was no fancy productivity system or routine that he was following to make it happen. There was nobody above him that was pushing him to do this and motivating him. No. In fact, half of those times, he wasn't even motivated. He didn't even have the excitement. But do you know why he was consistent and why he was able to create such incredible results even from an early age? Well, because he had one thing clear. He knew that whatever he wanted to achieve would take some effort. He was willing to put in that effort. He was willing to dream that big. And then he didn't make a big deal out of the effort. He didn't make a big deal out of the struggle. I'm being disciplined, and that's the end of the story. That's what he thought. He didn't have to think about all the things he was sacrificing by being disciplined. He didn't glorify his story that way. Instead, for him, discipline was easy and effortless, because of which it was easy and effortless to maintain, and the subsequent success that he encountered was also easy and effortless. And that's the best part about studying successful people, because now if you go into the lives of some of the best business people in the world, you're going to see the same pattern. Strategic thinking, decision making, risk taking, being a great entrepreneur, all these things kind of come naturally to them, not because they're born with those traits, but because they've built them up with discipline, with consistency, easily and effortlessly. Our problem is we do not believe in easy and effortless success. We think, to achieve so much, I need to do 10 times more hard work and persistence and all these crazy ideas that we have from the field of self-improvement, and that already demotivates us. That makes us feel I cannot do it on my own. I need an external system to help me. I need someone else to help me. I need a proper whole 10-step morning routine to help me do that. No, you don't. You know this reality, and I know it as well. Real success does not come from following all these complicated routines. Real success comes from building an internal compass which aligns you to all those actions that you need to take easily and effortlessly. Now I'll give you a simple example to understand this. If Pullela Gopichand had said, I want to become the best badminton player, but I'm going to wake up whenever I want, I'm going to probably go out partying every single weekend, I'm going to go on drives with my friends, and I'm going to eat out every single day because I love eating burgers and I love eating pizza. Would he have become the iconic player and coach that he's become? Of course not. But at the same time, did he really sacrifice on a lot of things in life to get to where he is? Again, the answer is no. Why? Because for him, it was a simple choice. This is who I am. This is the decision that I'm making. I'm more than okay with it. Why? Because I love doing it. And just like that, when you look at that entrepreneur who inspires you and you look at their incredible work ethic, you think, oh my God, that guy works so many hours a day. How does he do it? Which productivity system does he follow? He may tell you something or the other, but the truth is, if you really decode the life of that person, there's no system. It's just his identity that's so clearly aligned with what he wants to achieve that there is no friction. Discipline is who he is. Inspired action is a part of who he is. And so he takes that easily and effortlessly. He makes it happen. So essentially, We've got the whole equation wrong. We think a system or a productivity thing or something else will come and motivate us to take action, but no, that's not true. Instead, cut out all that clutter, cut out all those complications, and just focus on one thing. And what's that one thing? Can you allow yourself to easy and effortlessly achieve the things that you want? Now, when I say this sentence, a lot of people assume easy and effortless means doing anything and everything you want and success will just come to you. That's not what I mean. Easy and effortless means taking all the actions that you do need to take, but without the burden of it, without the whole thing of it that, oh my God, I'm doing so much and it's too complicated and it's too overwhelming. Because the more you're thinking like that, the more you're creating blocks in your own progress. Instead, go into the perspective of somebody who inspires you. Maybe it could be Pullela, Gopichand, maybe it could be a favorite entrepreneur, maybe it could be somebody else, and really look at the way they achieved their success. And you will see a similar pattern. They were clear, they were focused, and they were allowing easy and effortless success because that's just who they were. And you can build the same. You can create the same in your life. So the next time someone asks you, how did you create such magnificent results? Your answer is going to be, actually, it was easy. Because I just became the kind of person for whom taking all that action was easy. As a coach, my aim is to help you build that strong, that clear, that empowered of an identity that any and all action feels easy and effortless to you. Because ultimately, that's the key to a happy, successful, and fulfilling life. And if you want to get there, and if you want to get there fast, the good news is you don't have to spend years like me struggling through the wind and trying to find out the way forward through all these complicated ideas that just block our way forward. Instead, I'm here to help you get that clarity in just 2 days. That's right. All it takes is 2 days of focused learning to really take that action, to really implement all the crucial principles and to achieve easy and effortless success. And how does that happen? Well, I have a 90-minute free masterclass where I'm going to teach you the exact principles that make that clarity and that action taking possible. So what are you waiting for? Go into the description box. There's a link to register yourself for that free masterclass. Show up live. Yes, it's going to be live where I'll be with you on Zoom, and together in 90 minutes, we'll evolve and understand how you can take the action steps to change your entire life and to change the trajectory of your success in just 2 days. And when you do that, success truly becomes easy and effortless for you. So I'll see you on the other side. Till then, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And remember, you can allow yourself to achieve success easily and effortlessly. You don't have to make it complicated. You just have to nail a few key principles, learn from the masters, and you will be amazed at the progress you make in your life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next week.